Coming from the stewed, it's episode 10.
Woo! And in honor of episode 10.
Oh, it frightened me.
Yeah, it's Monday, y'all.
Yeah, $9 champagne. What was the word I was saying this weekend?
Satiating.
Satiating.
Oh, that's a big one.
I know.
It's a big SAT word.
I know words.
Well,
Anyway.
episode 10, you guys. We did it. We
Yeah.
set a goal.
Speaking of satiating.
I'm feeling extremely satiated. I don't know. I want to say definition, please, judges. I don't know what
Can
the
you
fuck that
use
means.
it in a sentence? Like you're satisfied. It was satiating.
Yes, nourishing
Nourishing.
to the belly, to the taste buds.
To the mind, the heart, and the soul.
Mm-hmm.
That's beautiful.
That's beautiful.
Big time stuff comes up as an example.
Well, color me
dictionary.
satiated. We are here at episode 10, where it all began, you know, humble beginnings and our roots. Bank accounts are depleted, so we're not in the stewed.
Ain't that the truth?
And again, do your job and we can change that.
And we can change that. But part of the reason, actually, no, I'm not going to try and make that some sort of
Segue.
cool segue transition.
Part of the reason we're broke.
Right. So Hannah and Claire went to DC last weekend, and I did not.
For straws.
And they got back really late last night, and we really haven't caught up yet. So I'm just as excited as you guys are to hear about the recap. But give me some highs, lows, buffaloes. Set the scene.
Ooh.
In our nation's capital.
It was great.
It was fantastic, honestly. It was a great little getaway.
Love.
Saw the sights, ate the food,
Mm-hmm.
Would hope.
caused a scene at a tapas place.
Oh, yeah. That was a great time. It was so great. We went back there twice.
Honestly, that was a high. Like, despite being like a little bit judged and perceived by the people of DC, great time. And now we're just being extremely cryptic, so I feel like we should just get into it.
Like, let's
Totally.
unpack this.
The trip didn't start out too hot. We got to LaGuardia, and our flight kept on getting delayed because of bad weather in DC. There was some not snowstorms. Oh my god. There was some thunderstorms and stuff. So we were curious about the state of our sweet cherry blossoms. But we arrive such a quick flight from New York. It's like incredible. It's like 30 minutes.
Glad you didn't take the bus.
So glad. Yeah.
Soul-sucking vehicle.
Soul-sucking vehicle. And we arrived. We got into DC. Did we go anywhere? Did we just wrap it up for the night?
Straight to the hotel.
Straight to the hotel. We started the next day off strong. Saw all of our nation's monuments. Did a lot of walking.
A lot of walking.
What was it, like 20 miles by like 4 p.m.?
No.
20,000 steps.
Oh. 20 miles. We had a marathon.
Like, my lord.
By 4 p.m., we had already walked a marathon.
Yeah.
It felt like one.
It felt like one.
20,000 steps, so that's huge.
Very huge.
Shin splints firing.
Yeah. And honestly,
gorgeous.
I thought DC was going to be like a crop dusting city. Like, you know, when you go into certain stores. Yeah.
Mouth breather.
Like
crop
mouth breather
dusters.
energy. Like, you know, when you walk into a Marshall's or a TJ Maxx and you like immediately feel like you're going to poop. Like there's just something in the air. You're just like, oh, it's not good. Like, you know what I'm talking about?
No, yeah, I do. I'm just
The
curious how
fluorescent
this is relating to
I feel like
the city.
that's a common phenomenon. I just felt like we were going to go to DC.
Uh-huh.
And it wasn't even going to come close to the majesty that is our great New York City.
Yes.
I was in love. And to be fair, I don't feel like I can go a place without feeling like I need to move there. But
Facts.
I loved it. Like,
Yeah.
I am so pro DC.
I know. I'm kind of a convert. Like, I knew it was going to be fun, but I was kind of like, you know, we're going to see the things and that's going to be it, really. But there was a lot of fabulous young people there.
And so many beautiful little streets.
Yes. Tree lined.
Oh.
Sort of like
How were the blossoms?
brownstones. We missed peak bloom.
Really?
Yeah. Which was
Yeah.
a bummer because it was supposed to be the Cherry Blossom Parade on Saturday.
Yeah.
Or I think it did happen. We just didn't attend.
Yeah.
Well, looks
did
like
not
you guys saw
attend.
some, though.
We
on
did.
Insta.
We fabricated the illusion that they were everywhere. We literally were walking this, it's called the Tidal Basin, and it's like kind of like this little lake, man-made lake thing in the middle of all the monuments and stuff, which is supposed to be absolutely lined
Is
with
that like
cherry
the famous one you
blossoms.
see like in all the movies with like the
Yes, and
Yeah.
you can see the
That's
Washington
the hot
Monument
spot.
and the Lincoln Memorials on it. The best part is, oh man, this is hilarious. So we're like waiting in the airport, our flight's getting delayed. We're like talking about what we're gonna do in DC, and our friend Kristen is like, you know, thinking about the Washington Mall that the monument is on, and she's like, so you guys like, fill me in. she's never been to DC. Is this like just like the world's craziest mall? Like, is there just like every store you could?
She's like, I can't wait to get my hands on some new Aritzia pants.
She's like, I really shouldn't be shopping, but like, if this is some crazy mall, obviously we have to go.
We like blankly stared, like, what?
That's
Like the same mall that MLK did his "I Have a Dream" speech, like that mall.
The mall? Not the Mall of America, just the mall.
Just the mall.
hilarious.
It was so freaking funny. And then
Love her.
every time we were walking around there, of course, we were relentless, and we were like, I think
Limited 2
Aritzia's
is like right around here.
It's so
Itching to go to
crazy.
Abercrombie. It's just right there. Might as well stop in.
And we did. We did go shopping in like a different kind of mall, but that was just hilarious.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, we saw the sights. We
Oh,
took
that
a
was the
lot
butt
of
of the joke.
selfies.
Oh.
It was fantastic.
Okay, let's do like a little bit of a rating game.
Okay.
Okay.
Love that.
Nightlife. What do we give it? Out of 10.
Nightlife was also pretty funny because
Did you go out 2 nights? Friday, Saturday?
we just went out one.
Yeah.
We hit it really hard on Friday. And so we said,
Not so much.
not so much Saturday.
Yeah.
Let's call it a night.
like a 3:30 a.m. McDonald's
Fuck
ordering
yeah.
kind of hard.
Yeah.
on
And I
Oh,
mean,
love
it's not
that.
like we were grandmas the next night. We went out to dinner and we were walking home at like 11:30. Like it was a late dinner.
Yeah.
Like we got to dinner at like
Very
10.
French.
European.
Yeah. Very, very French of us. Nightlife was fun.
Okay.
We clearly didn't know how to navigate it based off of information we had collected prior. Everyone told us regular time. So us coming from New York, we're thinking regular times like go out at 8 or 9.
Or
No.
like 10 even.
10.
We're like,
Yeah.
we thought like a bar would be popping by 10, at
Yeah.
least from like a pregame perspective. Maybe it's not the final spot, but it's
Yeah.
a spot.
Yeah.
Like all those bars were like
Empty.
empty.
Like not even
Like
people
closed or like
pre-gaming
not
there.
ready yet.
Like there was like 7 people there, and then we were like,
Well, because Boston like closed so early. So was it like people weren't there yet, or like was it like
people
wrapped
weren't
up?
there yet.
Oh,
but
okay.
what the bouncer was telling us at one of the bars that we went to, and we go into this bar and they do a full pat down.
Like a security TSA, full
Did you get
back
extra
of the
attention?
hand, down the legs.
Did you get extra attention?
It was a lady.
Okay.
I felt like I got a lot of attention. I think it was pretty standard across
Yeah.
the clientele, but I was like, woo, okay, close to my breastus. Actually, I think she did touch our
Lord.
breast. I think they
No,
were
she
touched.
did.
Yeah.
Like full like back of the hand pat down in every single nook and cranny.
I mean, it's DC.
It's DC.
I guess.
It's a
That's kinda
national
wild.
treasure. I know. But we walked out and she like, you could tell that she knew that we were like too early, bummed, whatever. She's like, come back later, you guys. And we were like, okay, we were just confused because everyone
I love
said
that.
normal time. So
Yeah.
we're thinking 10:30. And then she was like, no. People here go out from 12 to 2 and that's it.
Whoa.
Like the bars close at 2, but like, you know, maybe you pregame at 10, but it's like probably a house party pregame, or you go from a dinner and then it's just a 12 to 2.
Yeah.
No, we really had a homie there. She was
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
giving it to us straight.
Love
and
it.
we needed it.
Yep. So we like found one spot that was like so not the spot. It was just like a hookah lounge.
Lounge.
But at this
Did
point,
you guys did you guys partake?
practically,
No.
there was so much in the air.
Mm.
Oh, yeah. True.
My throat honestly kind of hurt.
Kind of hurt. We were there for like 2 hours just trying to wait it out. We're like sitting in a corner in this.
That is so something that doesn't really like light me up. Like I just have no urge to go to a hookah bar. Was that like a thing for you guys in high school at all? Like people would go to hookah bars?
no.
No, you just have to be 18 to go to
You
hookah.
have
Is
to be
that
like
why?
18 or something like that. But like I don't know. I just remember people would always go and I'd be like, hookah bar, like so cool.
Huh.
Hookah, so elusive.
So elusive.
You went to a hookah bar in Mexico, didn't you?
I did. I hookah'd.
Hookah.
It's just flavored. It's like a giant vape.
But it doesn't give you any like it's
I
not
I didn't feel
nicotine
anything.
or like tobacco. Is it? I don't
I
even know.
think it is, but
It has to be something.
There's got to be some benefit.
Comment below.
Anyway,
But once we did get to a poppin' spot,
mhm.
it was popping.
Oh,
Hair of the dog
Love.
energy. Not
Okay.
a little bit in the crowd as well, like younger,
shake ass.
but
yeah.
tequila soda, like shake ass night. It was awesome.
And I feel like we're kind of like running the room. Like it was kind of incredible. Like we were just
So out of character.
right, fucking shocker. We're just dancing our asses off, mingling with the people. This one drunken dude like stumbles up to Hannah and is like, you guys are so hot. Like, he just looked like he was, like, amazed. And then he looks at Hannah again. You are so hot. And then he just kind of, like, stumbles away. And we're like,
It's like, I love it in
much.
DC.
Compliments coming.
thank you, fan behavior.
behavior.
We'll be here
Much
all
obliged.
night. Thanks so much. Yeah, it was good. Like, we were like, yeah, ain't no thing. The happy hour spot we went. Okay, so before we go out,
Okay.
This was the highlight of our trip, quite honestly.
Kristen found this tapas bar that had this crazy happy hour, like $7 espresso martinis,
fire me
like
up.
gin gimlets kind of thing. And then you could order different appetizers, like different tapas things that were discounted as well.
Yeah, so good. If you're in the DC area, Barcelona is the name.
Yeah, fantastic. We're ordering up the wazoo. We're like, oh, we're just going to do like a light dinner. Like maybe we'll have a snack or two. Obviously, it did not happen. Ended up being dinner. We ordered and ate so much. It was sickening. And we're like, you know, they come to the table like, oh, you know, last call for happy hour. We had already put in an order for another round. And so we're like, oh, but we're going to need.
This was like our third round of drinks.
Yeah, honestly, at this point, I was like losing track. And I'm like, but we're gonna need another round. And he's like, oh, those are coming. Don't worry. And we're like, no. Like one on
Another
top of
round.
those. On top of he's like, oh, so 5. And we're like, yeah. And the waiter brings them out on this tray. He's like,
Here you go.
here you guys go. We're like, thank you.
So he puts down like 10 gin gimlets to split between the three of us. And then before we leave, we're like, and an order of churros. Like,
And then so we're like feasting at this point. We're like pretty
love
much
that.
drunk. Like it was like shampoo effect from the get-go.
yeah, it was a
We're
heinous scene.
eating everything. We ordered these shrimp that came in this like nice olive oil situation. Like they were cooked in this
Empanada.
oil. It was so good. It was just like delish.
Just like cocktail shrimp, like floating in little buttery garlic. So
Yes.
like once the shrimp was gone, it was just a bowl of buttery garlic.
What did we do with it?
Right.
We
so, like,
were
it's supposed to be
dipping
empty.
the table bread into
Oh,
the shrimp
okay,
garlic.
electric.
It was good.
Right. The
But-
problem is though, like we had plowed through so much and like things just like looked done. And so like, you know how everyone gets like that little saucer that you can use for your snacks or whatever? The waiter comes, he's like, oh, let me get some of these plates out of your way. Like anything I can take. Hannah points to her empty white little plate that didn't get used. Like basically
like the
don't
plate
take
that's-
anything.
The plate that is sat at the table before you even sit down. That's supposed to be like for the shared goods.
Nothing
We
was
didn't-
on it.
Nothing was on it because I wasn't even caring to partake of my portion and put it on my plate. I was just digging right in. I'll take that shrimp. I'll have that bread. And so yeah, he comes in. He's like, "Can I get some plates out of your way?" And I go, "This one."
He literally looks at us. He goes, "Fair enough." And we were like,
Like the
God.
fat asses you are.
No dirty plates. We're just making more space.
No, we were just like,
and we're just like riffing on bed. We're like, "Can we actually get some straws for the oil?" Or
we draw so much attention that right before happy hour ends, after we've ordered 5 rounds on happy hour, the manager of the establishment comes up to our
Meet these
table
broads.
and personally introduces himself.
No way.
Yep,
Yeah.
he does.
shout out Lem.
Shout out Lem. He goes, "Ladies, can we get you anything else?" And we're like, wow. So we order full dinner on top of the feast that we've eaten at
Then we ordered another round.
another round, some more
Churros.
apps.
We asked
It
for
was
more
our
bread.
dinner, to be fair.
Like he was kind of just like doing the courtesy manager stroll. Like, can I get you guys anything? I'm like, oh, actually, now that we have you,
Yeah.
we'll do another round. Can we actually get more bread? And then also we'll do an order of the churros. He literally was like, oh, okay, yeah, let me go.
Let's
put
get a pen and
that
paper.
in for you. But then we saw him later. Oh yeah, they basically kicked us out. More or less, it was a closing time. Like you don't have to leave, but you can't stay here at
It
this
was like
table.
people like to go stand at the bar after dinner. It's a fun place to
Kind
go.
nudge.
kind nudge. We were like, well, all right. So we took the nudge. We stood at the bar. We run into the manager and we're like, oh, can we place like an order for sangria with you? He's like, I got it, ladies. So we get a free
I love that.
round of sangria and we're like, we love this place.
They were playing bops. We
Absolute bangers.
like find out that he's the one that creates the playlist. It's Pitbull. It's a little bit of a Latin flair. There's some regular bangers in there, like a
Sonalina.
whole host of like everything that you want to start your night off right. It was great. It was so great that we went back there Saturday night before dinner and there was this guy pouring wine through this literal
It looks like a
teapot.
bong, but
Yeah.
with like a pour spout on it.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, they play one
Tip me over.
crazy. No, it was literally tip me over and pour me out. Like it was a vibe.
He had
Like
this napkin, and he was so swift with it. He would like pour it into your mouth like you were a dry plant, and then he would take the napkin and wipe up your mouth afterwards. And he'd just be like dancing. And he's like,
That's a job we were born for.
no, it's
honestly.
crazy. All of a sudden, this salsa song just comes up. He springs up there. He's like dodging people's plates and drinks. Kristen's like, "Open your mouth," and I was like, "What? Okay." We have no idea what's going on, and I somehow end up
Claire's
being
the
the first
first one.
person. He's taking the hanging lamps and he's using it as like a flashlight to scan the crowd, and all of a sudden there's this spotlight in my face, and I'm like, "Oh God!"
Time to shine.
he picked his first victim.
I'm like, and he's like pouring it up, pouring it down.
no, these were
pouring it up.
generous pours.
Generous pours, and I was like, "Where are we?" I
And
love this place.
It was
That
it was
reminds me-
packed.
That reminds me of when Kristen was like
Yes.
at our bottomless brunch with
Oh,
like
yes.
the mimosa tower, and she was like, "Everyone go under."
Yeah. No, that's exactly the energy and like the mechanics of it all. It was
funny.
a very, very packed bar both nights, but it was crazy because I feel like a place like that you would think would be astronomically expensive and really hard to get a table at. But Kristen literally got a table so last minute.
Mm-hmm.
Things were so fairly priced. Like it was just like good vibes.
Fabulous.
Love.
Yeah.
I feel like we
So-
should put a bow on it there before we start describing the layout and the location.
Okay,
of the
well then I
bathrooms
have
and-
2 more follow-up questions, which I feel like should be quick.
Okay.
Going back to my original,
Sure.
what would we rate the nightlife?
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
I'm gonna say.
Was that the original
What was
question?
the original question?
I'm gonna say 7.
7.
I feel like another night out would have helped me make a more informed decision. But yeah, I think a strong 7, if not an
7.
8,
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And
compared
then
to some other places we've been.
Yeah.
follow-up, food. How was your food experiences there?
We
You guys went
didn't-
back to Tate?
We did not eat a bad meal.
Yeah, we didn't have
easy.
one bad meal.
Love that. So what are we thinking? 9?
Honestly, 9.
Honestly, 9.
Amazing.
It was fabulous.
Yeah.
amazing. Okay, and last and most final rating, or most important rating.
Mm-hmm.
How are the men?
You would have been pleased, Katie.
Ugh.
They were hot. I'll be honest, they were really hot. But it wasn't like scarcity complex hot. Like it was like, oh, he's cute. Oh, he's cute. Oh, he's cute. Oh, he's cute. Oh, they're all cute. And then, like, it wasn't like, like I feel like in New York, you go to a bar and it's like, there's 3 guys
Right.
realistically that
Right.
are hot,
Mhm.
and they're usually not with fellow hot friends. Like there's a token hottie of the group.
Mm-hmm.
This was not the case. They were all tall, sort of like clean cut. They look like they know how to sail.
Oh,
I don't know, but
they
not in
they
like
did look very southern
But not in
slash
a racist way.
slash east.
not in
East
the
Coast.
racist or Chugi Sperry way. Like just right in the
right in the sweet spot.
sweet spot where they look
Right
like
in
they
the
went to
liberal
a
sweet
good
spot.
school. Right in the liberal sweet spot. And I feel like if they're in DC, they care about politics, and I feel like that's kind of sexy.
Ooh. I'm right.
Ooh.
I love that.
No, they were.
I was like,
As our
Claire,
friends
look
would
at that
say,
one.
whenever our friends in New York go to like a new place where there's like a lot of guys, their review always is, "You guys would have liked it. You guys would have liked it."
No,
There's
it's-
cute guys there.
We're realizing, and unfortunately, it's part of our brand. Like, oh, well, we would actually, you guys would actually really like it. And we're like, oh, really? Why? And they're
We're
like,
gaining
there were
a
so many guys
reputation.
there. We're like, oh, right. We
like
probably would.
I want to be looped out of this one.
Right.
Right.
I would rather
It's
be in
more
like
of-
the vibes category.
Right.
Even like they had cheap drinks there.
Right.
You guys would like it. No, there was a plethora of men there. You
Of
would
men.
like it,
You would have enjoyed
and
yourselves.
it's true. We would
So.
like it. So
Love that.
yeah. How was your weekend, Katie?
My weekend was very much needed like lonely time. You know, I really just needed to be alone in the apartment. It was good. Got some stuff done. And then Sunday had just a really wholesome, lovely Easter. Went to
Fabulous.
church, Upper West Side.
Our token church girly.
Yeah, you know, we had
May
some,
God bless you and keep you.
But, you know, Easter also marked the end of a really perilous, long 40-day journey, which I'm technically still on.
Wait, why?
because I gave up ranch and pizza for Lent, as we know.
Yes.
And I still have not had.
You haven't broken your
pizza.
fast,
But you're
I haven't
allowed
had
to.
Pizza. I'm allowed to.
Yeah.
I haven't had pizza yet because I'm just gonna wait until like we're drunk and like I can
It's
go into
gonna
Uncle
hit.
Sam's.
And it's gonna hit hard.
'Cause
I
those guys
asked Claire
know.
yesterday. I'm like, I wonder if Katie's had pizza and ranch yet.
I
We were
broke
thinking-
ranch like drunkenly like probably 3 times during Lent. But like that's
Happened.
pretty. If
Oh,
you know me,
that's
it's pretty
bad.
good.
That's pretty
But I
good.
did not break pizza once.
Hannah was like, do you think that maybe she just like woke up and ate it off a spoon?
Because I was thinking if
Spoonful of
I couldn't
ranch.
have something that I loved with all my heart and that I consumed frequently, I'd be spoonful in it
I know.
the morning I
For
could.
sure.
It's honestly been really hard. So I'm really excited for this weekend because I will be devouring some vodka pizza and buffalo
Nice.
chicken pizza.
And they've missed you.
They've
in there,
missed my
and they're over
business.
just serving you garlic knots.
Yeah,
they
they've
want to
been
see you
serving
thrive.
free garlic knots all Lent.
Sobbing into your garlic
Just because they
knots.
know come post Easter, you'll be back in full force.
Postseason, like I'm gonna be favorite customer again.
Maybe you could take your man there. If he's probably been there.
Man, my gosh.
Katie has hot banter.
This is so.
no.
We're
Let's
expanding such
Okay.
a small
no
seedling.
That's what Claire does.
That's what I
Golly
do.
day. This is why.
marketing hyperbole. Hello, how are you? Nice to meet
Claire sees someone in a bar and she's mapped out their entire life with her.
Future.
you. Your trajectory. I've decided for you that we will be going on an African safari. No, but I feel like you need to talk about it a little because
Okay, for light context,
well, we've already told people.
we've already told you guys.
Yeah.
So
I don't even know if I know, to be honest.
I don't think I've told you about this yet.
Sheesh, I'm the last on the totem pole now.
Okay, so the
I don't know what face I was just making. I was like,
It was like,
really? That's either you find out first or I find out first. And we're like, someone's got to be. Someone's got to be the last.
true. Take it away.
okay, so the night, the cheval of it all, the night that Claire and I went up with the bet, and we're like,
The night we kissed anyone that breathed.
anyone that breathed in Donnybrook. So I gave the guy my number, and I was like, here, I'm looking on Instagram, you'll be pleasantly surprised, all the things. So
You think he has?
Pleasantly surprised.
Maybe he has.
I hope, because I looked so horrible the night that we didn't meet. But anywho, I digress. Every weekend since that, and since I got back from Ireland, I started off with of like, are you at Donnie tonight? And whatever, we go back and forth. And every weekend now we have since texted each other, are you Donnieing tonight? Are you at Donnie tonight? Blah, blah, blah.
The only thing you two know about each other is that you go to Donnybrook
An affinity
occasionally.
for Donnybrook and that you guys both live in the area.
No, I'm literally texting like a crypto bot for all I know. Like it's just text into the void. I don't know who this person is, honestly. But
But I did maybe match with him on Bumble, and he's maybe a friend of the guy whose name we didn't know.
yes.
Big question mark.
But I don't know. There's nothing there.
No, but
we'll see.
what's the last text exchange is fucking hilarious.
Oh my god. So okay, Saturday night before Easter, I'm crashing on the couch, Upper West Side, about to have a wholesome Easter the next morning. But I get a text at midnight. Are you Donnieing tonight? I was like,
Right on cue.
I was wondering if you would text me tonight. I was waiting for it, and we were like going back and forth, whatever. But basically, was just like, well, I didn't go out last night. I'll text you next Friday for our annual Donnie text. So
And he sent you the
send me
salute.
the salute emoji. Is like, talk to you then. So maybe this weekend will be the weekend that I'll actually remember what this kid looks like and meet
Oh.
him. But
Let's have a reunion.
it's kind of like a fun pen pal situation.
Yeah.
Love it.
But we've smooched, so yeah, not super anon, but yeah. But Easter in general, back to that, was really fun. We did church, we did bocce and spike ball in Central Park. Got me super stoked for summer, and ate some good food, baked a cake, all the things.
Oh my gosh, you had like
Sounds
a
so
Betty Crocker
wholesome.
weekend.
Did. Oh my gosh, the champagne's making me burp.
High-low buffalo of Easter.
High, low, buffalo. High. Ooh. I don't know. It's just a very lovely day. It was very wholesome. I love spending time with my sister. And it was just a great day. Low. Mass was really fucking long, and those kids were screaming, you know.
Nothing's worse than hearing kids scream in church. It's like
They were
already insufferable to be there to begin with, and then you have to hear kids scream.
Oh my lord. They were
Sorry.
There'll
so
be
loud.
wailing and grinding of teeth.
It was like, take them
Honestly.
out. Literally just take them outside. They're not getting anything from this anyways.
No.
Buffalo, though, okay, this reminds me. Buffalo of church, we brought Truman and Courtney to church with us, and I knew Truman hadn't, or like I knew Truman doesn't like really go to church or whatever. And then I could have sworn, I didn't know if Courtney did or not, but I could have sworn that we were doing like one of the responsorial psalms, whatever. I don't even know. I could have sworn.
Holy vocab.
I could have sworn I heard her like reply something. I was like, oh, Court must have like grown up going to church, whatever. And you know, like you take a new person to church and you know to like give them kind of like a little bit of a breakdown, lowdown. Basically, the main thing of like when you have to interact with anyone pretty much is peace be with you. Just know to like either throw them a peace sign if you don't want to touch them, do a little hand signal if it's someone you're with, give them a little hug, you know, the things. Yeah. That's the first interaction. Second interaction, of course, is receiving Holy Communion. And
oh no, I feel like I know where this is going.
We did not like have a conversation before the communion procession. And so it's Truman, Courtney, and then me and Taylor and John behind me.
Oh no, you let them go first?
They're first.
Oh no.
And so Truman goes, she knows to do like the hands crossed, just wants a blessing. And Truman, I guess, had told Courtney, like, just do this when you go up. But that's all she said. And so Courtney didn't know that she needed to stay like this. So she does it just all the way up. And then the priest goes up to do, you know, body of Christ and like just does that. And Courtney is just sitting there and goes, Happy Easter, and grabs the Eucharist from him. I'm not privy to this at all. I'm behind her, and I step up to receive communion. The priest is fucking dying. Like, he's laughing. And he's like, body of Christ. And I'm like, like, what? And I, like, receive communion.
Thank you.
And then, like, we're walking back, and Courtney and Truman are, like, dying laughing. And they fill me in on what's happening. And then, like, it kind of dies down. And then Courtney's like, what do I do with this? I'm like, what do you mean? She like pulls out the Eucharist. She's still holding it. I'm like,
that's a big no-no.
Eat it. I was like, but don't let it touch your teeth. But eat it.
Don't let it touch your teeth?
That's like an old wine, I don't know, thing. You're not supposed to let it touch your teeth.
Get out. I'm not even Catholic, and I knew that one.
Hilarious.
Thank you.
Happy Easter. Thank you.
He has risen.
So fucking funny.
That's mine
Hallelujah. So funny.
Praise be.
So amazing. I'm honestly like, I'm so glad the priest reacted like that.
I know. Like, he knew there was going to be some newbies in the congregation that day,
some
and he
CEOs.
rolled the punches. It was hilarious.
Oh, that's really funny. My like priest at the church I grew up in would like chase somebody down if like, even because you're supposed to like immediately consume it pretty much like in front of them as soon as you say amen. Mm-hmm. And this woman one time like took her time, and he like stopped the whole line, went after her and was like, consume it. Consume consume the body of Christ. And she was like, oh, yeah, I mean, okay. So like some people are narcs about it.
Consume the body of Christ.
I mean, imagine if you like come for
Had
Courtney.
just like sprinted after Court.
Oh my god.
So funny.
Oh, God bless her.
God bless her.
That's amazing.
That's amazing. Oh, wow.
Yeah. Wait, we've talked about this, but did you Eucharistic minister?
I wasn't a EM, but
you altar served.
But I was an altar server, and that was a time to be alive. Well, my church went through the really unfortunate situation. Well, it depends how you slice it. Like, you used to have to dress nice to be an altar server, and it was just kind of like you would just, you know, like wear something.
Did you not have to wear the white gown?
Well, then we went through the robe transition once we got a new church, and they were like, you got to wear the robe. And I was like, hell no. And the worst part about the robe is it's not the robe, because the robe allows you to cut out what you're wearing to church, so then you can really just like throw on a hoodie and jeans and put the robe over. But you have to tie the cord
Yep.
beneath your pooch.
Yep.
And so now not
and
only...
if you wore a sweatshirt?
God bless you.
Literally.
God bless you. So there you are in your floor-length frock. Hooded white frock. Like a friar. Okay. And if you're me... Friar Claire. And if you're me, your hair's in a greasy ponytail because your parents drag you to 8 a.m. church every Sunday. And if you're altar serving, that means you have to be there at 7:30, which means you're waking up at 6:45 on a weekend. Whoa. So God bless. This is why I'm no longer a religious woman, because I'm tainted from this experience. So I show up with my dusty, musty, greasy ponytail, put on my frock, tie this cord beneath my already pooching pooch, like as if we needed to draw more. Like, could it not be a waist?
No, you literally look like a soccer dad with just like it hanging over the cord, like with the sweatshirt on. It's so bad.
And there were some hotties from my high school at 8 a.m. mass, and I'd be like, Oh, fucking here we go. I'd lift the lopsided, like, 80-pound gold crucifix down the... Oh, God. And I'd, like, have to teach the newbies, like, okay, ring the bells now.
The bells I loved.
Yeah, of course you'd go ham on it. I'd be like, oh, God, I'm sorry. I was disassociating for 40 minutes. Ring. Ring, ring. Like...
It's showtime. Here's my cue.
Like, find the little one. I'm like, that's your cue, bitch. Yeah.
I don't even know what any of this means.
Oh my gosh.
It's like they'll be like, the blood of Christ, and then you're supposed to be like, ring, and it's just like a lot, and then you have to like wash their hands, and you pour the water, and it's just like a whole thing. And
it's a whole thing.
Certain priests were just like more narcs about it than other ones were, and it's just a lot. And then the pooch frock of it all just really added.
It added
a layer.
Yeah.
Holy crap. Catholics don't mess around.
We don't mess around. Yeah.
No, it's just, and the thing is, like, it's cute until you're 9, but when you're still an altar server at like 15.
Yeah, how late were you doing that for?
How long?
Probably like 14, 15. Because my parents were like, it's your vocation.
That my parents were like, well, you have to do something to get involved in the church.
You have to do something.
But luckily, it was like once you were like a freshman in high school, you could become a Eucharistic minister.
Not in my place. My dad was head of the EMs.
Was he?
I had an in and all, but no.
Wow.
I wouldn't have wanted that job. Put it on people's tongues.
Oh my god, ew. That was a game of fucking like ping. Like that's why I'm good at beer pong.
No,
it's because I just was like, I'm not touching your fucking tongue.
Island.
Can I get a gentleman?
Tight pussy, please.
No, that's...
Come on, that's fair play. Elbows.
That's not okay.
Also,
not okay.
what's the worst? Because after they would like,
You
better
repent.
be Father, for I have
You better
sinned.
repent for that
I
one.
have sinned on the air. Can't say that on the air. You can't say that on the radio.
that's fucking hilarious.
That is permanently engraved in my brain.
But I remember
gonna love that.
we'd be at church and like they would always like call up the Eucharistic ministers, and there was a light schedule, but like sometimes people would flake, and like, you know, it's after they do the Eucharist, then you'd have to go up there and then like get your like little saucer, and then you'd assume your position. But sometimes like you'd have to do the mental count of like, oh, well, there's gonna be 2 stations missing. So then we'd be at church and my mom would be like, Katie, get up there. So there were so many times where like I wasn't scheduled to go, but I'd have to go up there, go up on the altar, assume position. And I also was just like such a bad altar server, hence the beer pong Eucharist of it all. But also, so like Courtney, when you haven't received First Communion, you go up and you do the cross arm thing of it all. And the Eucharistic minister is supposed to give you some spoken blessing.
What is it?
Such a beautiful question that I, to this day, do not know the answer to. There was supposed to be, they taught you like during Eucharistic minister training, like the blessing that you give them when they come up with their arms crossed. I never could remember it. So every time a little kid or like an adult that hadn't received First Communion came up, I would just throw out some just religious sounding blessing.
Oh no.
Like they'd come up like, God bless you. And they'd be like, that's it. I'm like, keep going. May the Lord
Next.
bless you and keep you. May the Lord be with you. Hallelujah. Like anyone that came up, I had no idea what to say. So
What
I'd
in
give
the
them,
Bible Belt Baptist?
give them a
Hallelujah.
different blessing
Let
every
the
single time.
Lord be with you.
Literally. It's like,
From ashes you were born, and ashes you'll return.
go with peace. Go with love. Faith and love and God. Spread the good word.
Go tell it on the mountain.
So
Wow. No, I love
Wow.
that.
the depths of our duties in the church.
My pastor would have came for you. So hard for that. and Miss Catherine, I'm overhearing something
Something untraditional coming from your mouth.
something that deviates from the traditional blessing.
There was one time though I did get to be like the ash giver, and I was like, you're gonna want to be in my line. I'm giving you an artistic ass cross. I was like,
None
'cause
of
I hate
that-
when they just do that little
that
little
nubby shit.
dot. I'm like,
Mm-mm.
give me some definition.
I know.
Yeah, so
Wow.
pretty popular that day.
Every EM's got their strengths.
Color strengths.
You know,
They're calling cards.
that's fucking hilarious. Yeah. And then here we are today.
Wow.
Hannah, any Any church
Yeah, did you have
moments?
to get involved with anything?
Oh my gosh, where do I begin?
How much time do you
How
have?
much time do you got? We're already at 39 minutes. Yes, boy was I involved. You can't be a consistent goer of the Mormon faith without being involved. They have what's called a calling, which is where you're voluntold to do something.
That's where the corporate voluntold began.
It's the religious corporate voluntold.
Like you don't volunteer, you're voluntold.
You're
I've never
voluntold.
heard that. I love that.
The bishop prays, and he is told by God
Who needs to
volunteer. And so,
So you're really voluntold.
you're-
God's voluntold.
no, God voluntold
He
you.
Well,
called
if
you.
someone's gonna volunteer you, might as well be the big
Might
man.
as well be the big one upstairs. So when you graduate from just being a little kid, they call
graduate
it. Oh
from
God,
being
it's
a
been
little
it's been so long.
Otherwise known
I
as
can't remember.
Puberty.
Yeah, no. So you, as a young woman, you enter young woman's after 12 years old,
Fitting.
and there's 3 groups within young women's, and young women's is like 12 to 18. So there's these three groups. There's beehives, there's my maids, and there's laurels.
Okay.
And each group has their own presidential table, like a
Okay.
president,
like a child president.
Yes,
Oh,
like
cool.
someone in that age group is the president, the vice president, the
Is there
secretary.
is it a democracy? Do you vote?
No, God calls upon you.
Oh wow. Okay, so you don't vote. You just get picked.
No, you just got picked. You just get
okay.
picked.
Wait,
But, like,
kind of cool.
it's not. It's so clear that God didn't pick you. It's like who's the most responsible, who's showing up on, like who's showing up the most, stuff like that. So
Okay.
anyway, I throughout my years as a LDS member, I served many different positions. I was not the Laurel president, which was the most acclaimed.
Or the Yanny president.
The Humana.
Laurel or Yanny?
Such a bad joke. Continue.
Not familiar. The Laurel president
moving
was
on.
like obviously you're the oldest girl and you're the president, so like you have some clout. But I was president of one of the groups, I can't remember, and then I always had some calling, is what they call them.
I love that for you.
And what do you have to do then? Are there like weekly meetings? Or,
Yeah,
like,
there's weekly meetings. Every once in a while you have to help prepare a lesson. Different
So would you have
responsibilities.
like a youth group type thing then too?
It also depends on like how big your ward was. That's like your different like church. I call it, how I would like describe it to people that weren't Mormon growing up is like your elementary school or your school, like your one school is part of a district.
Yeah, you get like zoned.
Yeah, you get zoned. So like my church, it's called a ward. That's your school, but then you're part of a larger district.
Okay.
Okay. So it depends on how big your ward is, right? So like I was always part of a very small ward. So like there were 5 girls that like were active and there's 4 leadership positions. So
Imagine if you're the one.
Yes.
One
So,
not
like,
voluntold.
you're like, for me growing up, I always knew I was getting a leadership position
Yeah, you
of
did.
some sort
Because you were active.
because I was active.
Yeah.
And there was only like 5 or 6 of us in like my little like age demographic that were active.
Okay.
If you were in the middle of BYU Provo, where your wards are massive, now it's a little bit more special if you get a calling,
story.
right?
Wow. Okay.
So, different.
Different, yeah.
But yeah, there are different responsibilities based off your group. We had different leadership missions. The worst, depending on who you are, worst or best responsibility of being a calling during Young Women's was having to lead the songs. So there you are, you stand up and you have to
Conduct the choir.
conduct the Young Women's in a song, and
Do you guys have good songs?
Any
yeah, we
bangers?
did. Yeah, we did.
Love a good church
I'm
banger.
so hard when Daddy comes home, glad as I can be.
This is a
Wrap
college
my
classic.
arms around his neck and climb up on his knee. It keeps going.
Wow.
Obviously, as Daddy has become a more sexual term, that song has become a little bit more chilling.
Yeah.
Discontinued.
So, but yeah, we did have some good songs, actually.
Love that.
I'm not surprised by that at all.
No.
Yeah.
Good classics as well as some more modern.
Love.
Yeah.
Well-rounded selection.
Yeah.
Do a leap up in the temple.
For sure. So, Now that you know the ins and outs of the Young Women's Choir.
I love it.
Aren't
yeah.
you fabulous?
No, I mean, I could go on and on about my Mormon stories.
I feel like we should do just like a funny
church.
religious like episode just of all of our different.
A religious expose.
Yeah.
Episode 11.
I got in
Ooh.
trouble one time.
Save
We'll
it.
save it. We'll save it. It's clickbait.
Tune
All right,
in next
tune in
Wednesday,
next
y'all.
Wednesday.
Okay, but I think on that we are all wrapped up on the weekend updates, and Miss Jean has prepared something extremely special for us and for you guys that Claire and I are not privy to at all, but she will be hosting us in a fun little Jeopardy game all around
Us? Around us.
This is Jeopardy.
Life in the BTS metaverse.
In the metaverse. No, I mean,
Don't give
it's-
Mark
It's
that
not
clout.
an original idea. We saw this on TikTok. It was like,
No, it's an original idea.
oh,
It's
we'll
Jeopardy.
cut that. I was inspired. The inspiration came from TikTok. This girl did a Jeopardy game with her friends, and we're a friendship of 3. And so we thought, what better way to expand on this activity with our Big Time Stuff followers. So we're gonna have a few categories, and let me place this computer
And if all
down.
goes well,
I
we'll
can
be
do it.
able to, if you're watching on YouTube, and if you're listening on Spotify, switch. But if all goes well with the technological,
Element of it all.
element of it all, you'll be able to watch along with what we're playing.
Yeah, don't worry for you Spotify and Apple listeners. I'll read along so you guys can catch up.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to BTS Jeopardy at the
And you're our
far.
host.
And I'm your host, Little Miss Jean. So, our first category is famous Hannah's, Claire's, and Katie's.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
Our second category is BTS history.
Okay.
Our third category is the Greatest British Baking Show. Our fourth category is Big Time Quotes. And our last is Jean Puri.
Loving.
Yes.
Okay.
I made it, and I'm a narcissist, so there will be a whole category dedicated to me.
As there should be.
As
Put
there
in
should
your
be.
whole
All right.
Jeopardy into
Jean
this.
Bussy.
So we have our team 1, Claire, and we have our team 2, Katie. I will be keeping score. Obviously, if you're familiar with Jeopardy, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different questions, 5 different answers. So
All right.
Per category.
per category. So how would you like to begin? Who would like to start?
You start, Claire.
Okay. I'll take Jean Paris for 800.
500.
500.
Okay, sorry.
Sorry.
My bad.
And you must answer in the formal Jeopardy.
In the form of a question.
Yes.
I got it.
Or else you do not get the point. Your opponent gets a point.
Okay. Okay, so we're not doing a buzzer.
Cool.
All right. What trail was Jean backpacking when she encountered a bear?
Oh, Sierra Nevada.
Formally not correct.
Oh, I didn't say what is either.
No.
Oh, wow. I boofed.
So your team 1, Claire, that means your opponent, Katie, gets 500 points. The answer was
John Muir Trail.
John Muir Trail.
Ah, rats.
Sorry, Claire. All right.
High risk, high reward.
Okay, I'm going to go famous Hannah, Katie's, and Claire's for 300.
Okay.
I wish you luck.
Hannah and Claire. Oh, this is going to be hard for you, Katie. Hannah and Claire were seated next to this famous Katie at the Comedy Cellar after asking to be seated closer to the stage.
What? What is Katie Couric?
No, the answer was Katie Walsh
Who's that?
From Grey's Anatomy.
from Grey's Anatomy. She plays Dr.
Navarro. I'm just kidding.
No, she plays the shepherd's wife.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm going to go British Baking Show 200.
Okay. All right. The baking ingredients for this Love Islander are 20 years of age, chats too much on first dates, and they are a payroll administrator. And for context, these are all Love Island contestants from the last season that we just watched. Thank you.
Who is Anime?
The hell?
Correct. Anime.
She was talking in her opening clip. It was like, I talk so much, people have fallen asleep on a date. I was like, relatable. So I remember that.
The hell? Okay. I'm going to go big time quotes for 100.
Wake up. ...
Oh, wake up, King. Me.
Who Who is?
What is Wake Up King?
We'll let that one slide. We'll let that one slide.
slide. It is What is Wake Up King?
Woo.
That is also a title of one of our episodes.
True.
I want BTS quotes 300.
This BTS stuffer said if you had a strobe light in there, it would be blank.
I know what we were talking about. Though I can really remember this one.
Oh my god, I have no idea.
See, it's so interesting because when I was making this, I was like, there's no way they won't know the BTS quotes. Katie, you can steal.
Can you?
Can't.
I don't know. I never watched Jeopardy.
Sure.
I don't know.
Fuck, what is it?
Is it like a pizza place?
The Rain Course Cafe.
Oh!
About the time that my bedroom.
That's a good one.
That's what it was. Yes, and the animatronics and the strobe light of it all.
Yep. It lit up
okay.
like we hotboxed it. All right. No points there. Katie, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm going to go big time quotes 400.
This big time stuff podcast host said God gives challenges to his blank and strongest soldiers.
I'm going to say, what is bravest?
No. Chubbiest.
Fucking A.
I feel like it was you that said
I'm sure.
It was. 400 points to Claire.
Yoo-hoo! You are chubbiest and bravest.
Strongest soldier. Claire.
Okay, I want Jean Paris 200, please.
Okay. How many goals did Jean make during her youth soccer career?
I feel like it's either 1 or like 5. I'm gonna say what is 1.
Oh, Claire, you were so close.
Was it 5?
You were too nice. It was 0.
Oh, that's hilarious. I thought you did score 1, but like on the wrong goal, maybe.
Yeah, but that's still 0.
Okay, that's right. That's actually a point for the other team.
point for the other
That's like
team.
negative
Negative
1.
one.
Point for the other team, Steve.
Okay, I'm going to go BTS. No, I don't really want to do that. I'm going to do famous Hannah, Katie's, and Claire's for 100.
Okay. This famous Claire rose to fame by publicly dating an American-born Venezuelan television personality.
This is 100?
This category just got extremely scary. This famous Claire rose to fame by publicly dating an American.
It's not me.
An American-born Venezuelan television. An American-born Venezuelan television personality? So he's from America.
They got famous by publicly dating.
It's giving
Claire.
Telemundo.
Yeah, who's a Claire famous person? Claire.
Okay, well, there are a few. I mean, I feel like you're just getting television on me.
I know. Stop looking at me. Claire. Oh, Claire Crawley.
Correct.
Who's Venezuelan?
What the
Juan
fuck?
Pablo. Juan Pablo.
Oh my gosh, that just.
Oh my god, you're
literally-
calling her
wow.
famous?
Yeah,
Yes.
she's famous.
Okay, yeah, okay.
She was the Bachelorette. If
I
she
was thinking
wasn't,
like Claire Danes or like.
okay, to be honest, there's not a lot of famous Claires.
Yeah.
Claire's.
Yeah, you are famous.
My
Please.
lord.
All right. Claire, your turn.
I would like BTS History 200. Is that available?
That's available. In what club did Katie wipe out and sprain her wrist?
Oh, what is the DL?
Correct. You're up 200. All right, we got Claire at 800, Katie at 1200. Katie, it is your turn.
Okay. I'll go BTS history for 500.
Okay, yeah, give me my
going
point.
bold.
Right.
What is Big Time Stuff's first episode name?
Twin beds and twin flames.
That is correct.
You should have done episode 2.
I
That's
know.
500. Wasn't
I
the
know.
Pizza Jerry? That would have been a good one.
So it was.
Right.
I originally did have that as the answer, and then I realized because
Yeah.
if you're a new stuffer especially, you'll know our first episode shows up as a trailer, so it's like at the top.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I forgot, but when you scroll way down, it looks like our first episode is What's in the Pizza Jerry, which is my mom's favorite episode. On to you.
I'm gonna go Greatest British Baking Show 500.
Yeah, you're going to get it.
The ingredients for this Love Islander.
It's a creative category.
This is a hard one. A boat,
Okay.
boring, and e-commerce.
Oh, I know it.
A boat. E-commerce. Oh. I got it. David. The guy that tries to swoop in. Who is David?
Who is Spencer?
Oh, that's not what I was gonna say.
Boring. Okay.
Yeah.
500 points for me.
Damn.
Okay.
I'm going to look up if David has a boat because he also was boring and worked in e-commerce. And if he has a boat or something to do with the boat,
You might be thinking of Spencer.
I'm going to contest. No, David. Remember the OG guy that tried to get Tanya away from Shaq?
That's Spencer.
No, that's David.
Well, we'll do some fact checking at the end. Okay, Katie, on to
I'm
you.
gonna go big time quotes 200.
Big time quotes 200. Okay. The quote is, "It's not a."
Ma'am, that's a sentence. That's not a quote.
God bless you.
It's because all I can hear is she's not a Christian.
Which clearly after this episode,
It's
evidence.
It's not a. Oh. Fuck.
To be honest, I forgot the answer, so I can't.
It's not a.
I'm gonna check the correct answer.
Ugh, what a sleigh. I don't know.
Oh. I did you dirty on this one. It's not a pronounced, but I don't know how to spell the word queef.
Like you should have said
That
how many
was
words was left.
Mean. You gave me 3 words for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for I don't know. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 word answer. Preceded by what is?
It could have been anything.
It's not a.
It's not a what is a not a pronounced, but it's a spell queef.
Hello?
To be fair,
To who? Who are we being fair to in this moment? Because I
me.
don't know how this cookie's crumbling.
to me, it is in one of our
Oh, I'm sure it's
And one of
there.
our
Our
clips.
clips.
I'm sure many sentences are preceded by it's not a.
Well, all right. We'll call it even because I remembered the wrong Islander for Claire.
So I get my 500?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
Oh.
We're
okay.
calling it even.
You're
It was
still-
David.
You're still up by over 1,000.
I'm going to do BTS history 400.
Alrighty. What are 3 of the several Disney tramp stamp ideas we came up with at our friend Rachel's birthday party?
3 of them?
3 of them.
Okay. What is Davy Jones's locker? What is Ariel's grotto? and and Mickey's Mouse Clubhouse.
Okay.
Oh my God, that is better.
So this one, I gave you a freebie by a question mark because I couldn't remember a third because I was doing this literally up until the last second. You got Ariel's grotto, and then you were so close because I put Hidden Mickey, and you said Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, but we'll give it to you.
Because we probably did say that. My God.
Yeah, so to give you some context, we were standing in a bar at our friend Rachel's birthday party, just going around for some reason, listing off anything that came to our head that would be a good Disney-themed tramp stamp.
I don't even know where this came from, but
Who can say?
it's one of the hardest I've ever laughed. Like, it was the funniest fucking thing ever.
You know when you just get in those modes where you're like, you're clearly at a bar or at an event, like in this case a bar and a birthday party, and like you're just so in your fucking like banter zone, your freaking
Your own world.
like the
Yeah.
3 of us were in a corner ruffling to this situation.
Yeah.
And we probably looked like absolute fucking deranged ass unsociable kooks in the corner who are laughing. Like if you caught a
And then it
sound
was
bit,
just
good night.
good night. And then it was just and then one.
and then one. Can you
Like,
guys think of any more?
It was ridiculous. Off the top of my head.
There's so many, I feel like.
We'll have to come back to it.
Yeah, we'll have to go
We'll
back.
have to come back.
Okay. I believe, Katie, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna go. I hate to no. Well, I don't trust big time quotes anymore. I'm gonna do famous
burned.
Hannah's, Katie's, and Claire's for 200. Scared though.
This famous Katie was born in Toledo, Ohio. Hello. And is most well known for playing a character named Joey.
Don't look at me.
Okay, I'm just gonna say who is Katie Holmes?
Correct.
Who's Joey?
In Dawson's Creek.
I've never seen it.
Claire is currently coming in at 1,400 and Katie 2,200. Claire, is your turn.
Great British Baking Show 400.
Ingredients for this Love Islander: a slick back, the word fake, and recoupling.
Olivia.
Who is?
Who is Olivia? Sorry, please.
Please have some respect for the game.
John.
Who is Olivia is correct. You will be receiving 400 points,
Woohoo!
bringing your total to 1,800. Katie, your turn.
I'm gonna go.
Your selection, please.
I'll do BTS History 300. It's a risk.
In what month did Big Time Stuff meet Topher?
Oh, okay. Topher. Topher's like episode 4, I think. Which would put us. I'm gonna say February. What is February?
What is February? Is correct.
Nice.
All right.
Claire.
Do the famous of it all.
Fame. Okay, hit me with the fame one. The big one. What's the big one?
Famous Hannah's, Claire's, and Katie's for 500.
Oh.
Do it.
What's slightly less?
400.
That would be 400.
Hannah Montana is one of the most famous Hannahs there has ever been. What is Hannah Montana's last streamed? Not last. It's supposed to be most streamed song on Spotify.
Hannah Montana?
Yes, Hannah Montana, not to be confused with Miley Cyrus.
Does this include like the movie soundtrack?
Correct.
No, you know it.
But it had to be sung by Hannah Montana,
Oh,
Not
no.
Miley?
not Miley Cyrus.
That changes
I
things.
feel like so then the climb is out.
That's what I was thinking.
I'm going to go with what is Life's What You Make It?
Not the best of those worlds.
Unfortunately, it is He Could Be the One.
I was giving my second guess.
Oh,
Which honestly was very shocking to me. I was looking up on Spotify, and most of her most streamed songs are from season 3, which is very shocking to me. You would think her OGs would be the most streamed, but no,
Damn.
season 3. Okay, that means Katie will be receiving your points. And on to the next question.
That's a hard one.
Katie,
All right, I'm gonna go. Big Time Quotes 500.
Big
No,
Time
I
Quotes are
don't trust
500.
you. I'm jaded.
You never know. 500 I feel like could be.
What the fuck is that?
Uh-oh.
I realized I did you guys dirty with this one. Imagine fish ...
What is this?
Imagine no.
Bitch, what is this? Imagine fish. Imagine fish.
What would happen if you imagine
Just imagined
fish?
Bitch.
Sorry.
Imagine fucking A. Can I get like an article?
How about-
500 deposit.
How about imagine fish?
No, it changes things. Imagine.
It's all about comedic timing.
No, like the imagine
the
fish.
inflection
Like,
changed nothing.
no, I'm not supposed to help.
Imagine fish.
Yeah, be an unbiased host.
What is could this should be a fucking 15-word answer. I don't know. I should reveal it. I'm gonna hate you so much.
Imagine fish hooking a girl in a reclining seat.
Huh? Oh, fish hooking. You couldn't have given me fish. That was a hyphened word.
No, okay, but here's the thing. I thought that you guys would get this so quickly. I
Imagine
thought
fish.
that all of these would be so
Imagine fish.
easy. Sorry. You're
Okay.
still up a lot. Claire, you'll be receiving her points. And we are currently at Claire 2,300 and Katie 3,100.
Okay.
Claire, it is your turn.
Give me. I'm gonna regret this. Give me famous Katie's, Hannah's, and Claire's for 500.
I don't see it.
What famous Hannah, Katie, or Claire plays the iconic character of...
Claire?
Yeah, you have to guess which one it is. What famous Hannah, Katie, or Claire plays the iconic character of Cece on New Girl?
That's such a good question. Oh.
I feel like it's a Hannah, but I don't know her last name. So, Hannah. Do I get half points if it's a Hannah?
Sure.
You can get half points.
Hannah Simone.
That's what it is. I'm gonna go BTS History 100.
Okay. What was the first Disney World ride we rode on our trip to the Magic Kingdom?
Oh. Space Mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Can't
Good cue.
Get it. That was a good question.
Can you give me British for 300?
Yes. Ingredients for this Love Islander: short shorts, a wandering eye, and pie.
Casey. Who is Casey?
Correct.
Nice.
Scumbag.
Okay, I'll go Jean Trebek 300.
What was Jean's biggest role during her theater kid phase?
Fuck, you said this. Oh. You know it, you little shit. Oh, you said it in the episode too.
The Shadowline family's getting ready to steal.
Wait, no, stop. No, I'll think of it. Oh. Fuck. You said it.
Get out.
Oh, you said it too in the absolute episode. Nope. Is it something from Seussical?
No, but we did talk about
We
that.
did talk about Seussical.
We were both the purple
No.
girl.
No, give me a second. Oh! I know this one. It's going to kill me as soon as you fucking say it. For the sake of time, I think I have to give it up.
All right. Well, the correct answer was
The Ghost
of Christmas Past and A Christmas Carol. Yes. It was my greatest role. I reprised it 3 times.
I'll take Jean Trebek for 400.
In 2015, Jean was sprayed by a skunk at a church camp in what California city?
Was your church camp in? I don't even know if this is part of the skunk story. I knew you fell asleep reading your Bible and it sprayed ya. City.
I mean, just think where skunks would be.
Irvine. Okay, I'm guessing that it was like at least 45 minutes away. I'm thinking eastern, something mountain adjacent, perhaps a chaparral environment. I have no fucking idea. Maybe I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say like, what is Thousand Oaks?
Close but no cigar. It was Santa Barbara. Points go to Katie, unfortunately. Okay.
You know, I don't think skunks
Okay.
in Santa Barbara. Like when I think Santa Barbara, I don't think skunks.
No.
Yeah, did I?
I think Harry and Meghan. I'm going to go Grace. British Baking Show.
Ingredients for this Love Island contestant: Crocs, animals, and height.
Who is Will?
Nice.
That is correct.
Nice.
All right. And Claire, you are left with Jean Pre for 100. What is Jean's favorite snack?
Plantain chip. What is plantain
Oh,
chips?
that's such an easy
That is
one.
correct.
Is
Good
there a
job.
final Jeopardy? Can I bet it all?
No, there's none. I'm sorry. I didn't have enough time. So 500 difference, but Claire, you're taking home 3,200 points, and Katie, you're taking 3,700.
Woo! That was fun.
That
Thanks,
Yeah.
Thanks, Jean. What
Jean
fun
is a
luck
tough cookie host.
Yeah.
Cookie host.
No, we don't
especially
mess
then.
around here.
Some of those categories, man. Stumpers. Big time
Imagine
stumpers.
fish.
Imagine fish.
It was not.
No, what was the first one?
It was not.
It was not.
I don't know the
not.
answers.
It was not.
So that concludes our celebration of our 10th episode of season 3. Thanks for listening along. Thanks for watching along all these past episodes. We hope to be bringing you guys so much more content and hopefully laughs and just smiles throughout your week as we keep making these podcasts. We love doing it. We hope you guys love listening to them. It's so fun. And just a reminder to subscribe, follow us on everything: Apple, Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. And
Share with friends.
share with friends. And we'll see you guys next week. Maybe.
May God bless you and keep you.
May God bless you and keep you.
Yeah, we're gonna go on a
Possible break.
on a possible small break, just to not frighten you all, just to gather ourselves and get some self time. But
Some fresh content for
it's
you
some fresh
all.
content for you all. But then we'll be back to talk about our darkest and funniest church moments.
Yes. Episode 11. Coming in hot.
Episode 11.
And with that,
Love ya.
Bye.